Okay, hi guys. I'm not sure what happened there and stuff. I was talking and then all of a sudden the video stopped. So I'm going to just start from where we left off, and of course we're doing our sew drawstring bag today. This is again Wednesday, March 15th, and I've started the video previously, and for some reason I had a technical issue and stuff, and the video stopped. And so what we have done so far is we have cut out our piece of felt, and I'm going to move the camera down so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we've cut out our piece of felt. I laid out a paper plate and we cut out our piece of felt into a round circle. Okay, and then we went around and we put little black marks on our felt 1 inch down from the edge, and we have made these black marks 2 inches apart. Okay, and this is how we're going to thread our cording so we can make our drawstring bag for our Tic Tac Toe game that we're making. Okay, and so I have gone ahead and I've marked, done those marks, and I cut a slit on each one of these marks. I cut a little slit with my scissor that is about an finger's width apart, so it's not very wide, it's just a finger's width. Okay, so I went ahead and did that, and now we are going to put this together. And what I have here is I just have some cording, and it's just, actually this is suede cording, but you don't have to use something like this. You can use yarn, you can use whatever you have at home, whatever you have available to you and stuff, go ahead, and that's you can use that. You can use little you could use twine if you wanted to and stuff, baling twine. So I'm a farm girl, can you tell? So, but we want to just have a piece that is long enough to completely go around this and have a little bit of a way to tie it. So I'm going to go, you want to cut more than what you think you're going to need, because we can always cut it off at the end, but we can't add it on and stuff. So that is what we want to do here. So I'm just going to take one edge of this little cording, and I'm just going to start threading in these little slots that we that we made here in our felt. And I'm going to go in and out and just kind of thread this in and out of this little piece of felt to make our felt bag for our Tic Tac Toe game that we're making. And we already started painting. You need, for the Tic Tac Toe game, you need 10 small rocks, and you need it to paint them in 2 different colors. You need to paint 5 in one color and 5 in another color. And so we have already started that before we started doing our little bag, because we want them to dry. We want those little rocks to dry. Okay. And now I'm just threading in and out through all my little cuts on my little bag. And I mentioned before, guys, that today is the World Day of Art. So I would encourage you all to, create art today. Do something creative, and to help celebrate that day. Okay, so now what I've done here is I have threaded my cording, in and out of the little slits that we made, that we measured out and made. And now I'm going to I want to make sure that this is going to close into our little drawstring bag, and this is what it's going to look like. Okay, and we're going to put our little Tic Tac Toe game on the inside of this. We're going to store all of our little rocks. But how we're going to want to close this is going to be like this. I'm going to cut, so I have about 12 inches of this cording. So I got a lot of extra, you know, here I have a lot of extra that I'm going to cut off. And then I'm going to decorate my, you know, the end of my bag. I have some wood, some chunky wood beads. And this is an optional part of this, okay guys? You don't have to do this and stuff, but if you have something like this and you want to use something like this, you know, you can. Or if you have little pony beads, you know, you can do that. But I like to always kind of add on 3 beads on each side, and then I'm just going to tie a little knot, you know, just the regular knot that we have at the end, at the start of our shoelace, when we tie shoelaces. And I'm going to do that on the other side too. You know, we're going to do 3 little beads here. And that's just a little way of having a little bit of extra decoration, but you know, you don't have to do that. Don't feel like you have to do that. Okay. All right, so I have my little drawstring bag that I have made, and I have my little beaded decoration, and then when I'm going to close this, when I have all my rocks in it, I'm just going to tie it in a bow, okay? But we've got something that we need to do in here first. We need to make our Tic Tac Toe I want to call it a field, but we're the grid that we're going to play tic-tac-toe on, okay? And so I'm just going to take a black Sharpie marker, and I'm going to draw, you know, my tic-tac-toe grid that I'm going to play on. And then I'm going to lay my rocks on. So everybody, I think, knows how to do this. You draw 2 lines and then 2 lines through it. Just like that. Okay, so now I've got my grid on the inside of my little bag, and I've got my little bag. But let's go back to our rocks. All right, so you saw in the first part of the first video that I started, you saw that I started by painting all the rocks, but we just have the fronts painted, okay? We don't have the backs painted yet, okay? So what I would want you guys to do is I want you guys to go ahead and paint the backs, but just for the video here, because you know, you guys know how to do this, okay? I'm going to show you how to finish this out, okay? So we want to, you know, take our black Sharpie, and we're going to make one of our colors X and one of our colors O. And this is, of course, you know, again, after you finish painting the backs and do all that, and you want these to be completely dry. And then when you paint the front and the back and you've drawn on the X's and the O's, I would like you guys to put 2 coats of Mod Podge on this, okay? And that is just a sealant that we're going to protect our little pieces, you know, from any kind of damage or chipping or anything, okay? And that's what I want you to do, okay? So when we get all done with this, you know, we have our little bag here that we made, and plus our little tic-tac-toe pieces. And you know, now you can take tic-tac-toe and you can play it anywhere, you know. So that's the kind of fun thing about this. This is something that you guys made, and it was quick and it was easy to make, and you know, it was just something that was really a nice thing. And then you can, you know, of course, you guys can, you know, fold this all up and have it all ready to go. So that is the no string bag with Tic Tac Toe Game, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this. And please join me tomorrow for Art with Miss Myra. And we are going to be doing on Thursday, April 16th, we are going to be having our Teen and Adult Day. And we are going to be making a painting to inspire. Okay, and so for what we're going to need for that, the supplies that we're going to need for that is we're going to need watercolor paper, printer paper, or if you guys have a canvas, great. We want to use a canvas. This is going to be a really nice painting and stuff. So if you have any canvases at home and stuff that you'd like to use, that would be wonderful if we would use them for tomorrow's project. If you don't worry about it, guys. Okay, you guys can use any kind of paper that you have. Okay. And then we're going to be needing painter's tape and watercolors. And I want you guys to be thinking about words or quotes that are inspiring to you, okay? This is going to be a really personal piece, and it's going to be something that's special to you. And so I want you guys to be thinking about that overnight, and we're going to incorporate some of those words into the painting that we're going to be doing tomorrow, okay? But thank you so much for joining me for Art with Miss Myra, and I will see you back tomorrow at noon Central Time for tomorrow's class. Thank you so much, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.